Yes, I noticed there was no internet. Yes, yes, I noticed. Why? What? The dead possum is back? Oh, I'm going to murder this thing again. Well, my apologies for that. Apparently, a certain possum decided to return to my attic and use my internet cable as a chew toy. And I will go and I will skin it. And I will show all his friends that it's a really bad idea to mess with my internet cables. But for now, it should be fixed. However, after this many technical difficulties, I think the best idea is just to restart this level. I think we won't really lose a lot of progress around here. So this is the administration.
I don't think you understand, Dr. Betruger.
No, I understand everything.
I'm telling you now, Doctor, the UAC is taking over this operation.
Operation? Is that what you're calling it?
The situation is out of control.
It's not out of control, Swan. You are. I'll manage this, and you and your flunky will be taking control of nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, Betruger. I think I do understand.
Okay, Plan B.
So, in Doom games, especially the older ones, the dialogue, the writing wasn't really important. Really, this was the first entry that even introduced the idea of a more comprehensive storyline. And I have to say, they came up with some really good lines. Here I honestly really like this back and forth about how the situation is out of control, and Betruger just says it isn't out of control, you are. And another wonderful line that I like to highlight, and I kind of forgot about last time around, is when we meet the scientist in the old communication center and we, well, save him, quote unquote, before the whole disaster starts. He utters a sentence, and I think most fans of this game will say that's one of the best lines in the entire game, and that is when the portal opens and we see the Hell army invade the entire UAC facility. He says before that happens that he has to warn the scientist, and he mutters to himself, or maybe to us, "The devil is real. I know I built his cage." And I absolutely love that line. Back again, indeed. This is a roller coaster of a stream, especially with the technical difficulties. Unfortunately, once again, it's not something I can necessarily work around. I'm still trying to figure it out. I will be honest, I had many technical difficulties so far, and I could fix all of them except for this one. This is the one that is persistent. No matter what I do, no matter what I change, I changed the streaming software. Nah, another thing happened, and I'm still trying to figure out what it could be. I had many ideas. I could talk about it for 4 hours. Just all the things that I tried, and nothing worked so far. So this adventure continues, and hopefully one day I will be able to say that I fixed it. But I'm not sure what it will be. I'm sure you'll find the issue. I really do hope so, because it's really annoying. Oh, thank you for the grenades! Nah, let's go and let's try to... No. I love how they can jump in a curved line. And as I said, I am aware that my aim is absolutely horrendous. But I'm really used to the mouse and keyboard controls of this game and the old style field of view, and as I explained before, unfortunately in this version the developers decided to change the zoom of the game, and that throws me off every single time. Also, let's blow this up before we blow ourselves up. And the little gymnastics. Okay, let's try to do that again. Now, maybe try here. Now. So the idea is we jump and then we crouch down in the air, and so we can get in this lovely window. It's not as difficult once you do it. It's quite difficult to, not to explain, but to visualize how it could work before you do it. Now this is a backpack, and backpacks were featured in Doom games before. As you might know, they contain a bunch of things: bullets, shells, clips, hand grenades, cells, ammo belt, and even some BFG rounds that we can't even use right around now, but we got it, so that's cool. And here we have this machine. I have no clue what this machine does, but it looks really cool. And I have an idea. An idea that I never tried before, I would say. Because you see, in this game, there are so many secrets hidden all over the place. Most of the time in entirely insane places. That I wonder if I can jump over this fence. Maybe I could find something there. Even though I don't really see anything, that doesn't mean there isn't anything there, right? However, I'm not sure if there's anything around here that I could use to jump up. Nah, this is not good. I would hit my head. This is too tall. And I can't jump on this either. Huh. Maybe there isn't anything there. Also, nice thing, they gave us a little box so we can get out a bit easier. No, I killed that zombie. It makes no sense as far as I know. You can't get up there. But you know, if you're killing zombies, you might as well kill all of them. Hello!
Don't stop, buddy. There's nothing you can do for me. They're all gone. Surprised us. They just came out of nowhere.
You don't look so... how could I say it? Alive.
There's still a few squads operating. But they're all cut off from each other. Try to find them.
it is kind of sad, and it's once again a good idea to include as a sort of narrative piece that you actually witness someone dying. It's not just, oh yes, everyone is dead. Now you are there, and you are feeling that this situation is indeed really, really dire. So as I said, I don't think I could jump up here. That won't happen most probably. But obviously we can try some insane ideas, because that's why we're here. You know, after you finish a game a million times, you might as well start coming up with some insane ideas and maybe make a ladder here, because what else could you use for a ladder if not an explosive barrel? Why can't I jump on top of you? Come on. I should be able to jump on top of you. No? No, you don't want it. I see. Do we have anything else we could maybe use for an impromptu staircase? Can I move you maybe? No. Maybe with the jumping idea. Nah. No, that didn't work. Come on. Do we have any higher platform? Maybe from here. It's a bit higher here. No. I mentioned that every version of the flashlight is kind of controversial, and this is no different here, because in the original Doom 3 the problem was that you had to change to the flashlight and everything was dark and you couldn't shoot when you had the flashlight out. Now in this case you have the flashlight, but it has a limited time use, so you can see that here where I'm just messing around, I'm not really worried about anything attacking me, and I would prefer to, you know, see things. I always run out of juice and have to wait a few seconds until it loads again, and that's a bit annoying. But apparently we can get up there, we can't really get higher than that. The one thing I could try, and I'm 99% sure it won't help. We need to get this barrel. Come on, barrel! Don't be so stubborn. I'm not sure what's in this. I really hope it's not something you shouldn't really shake up. Come on, it's such a small thing. Yeah, there you go, that's it. Okay, so we have this here. Alright, we jump up here. That's good, but I can't jump up there. Oh, you. Well, I could try to shoot it. Because you see, in this game, much like Quake, there is such a thing called as rocket jump. But I'm really not sure if there is such a thing as barrel jump. No, there isn't. Alright, don't blow the barrels up. Just a quick advice. Alright, so we have the Alpha Labs here, and this is where we need to go, but we need...
Access denied.
Yes, we need the director's PDA for this to work, so let's go and let's get that. Thank you for the save. Now, obviously we can say that we already cleaned out this place, but then again, that doesn't mean anything. Missed me. I'm still trying to figure out the movement. Oh, that was nice. So yes, the game is absolutely chock full of little jump scares like that. I'm not sure if you can necessarily call them jump scares. because they are environmental elements, but they are certainly really effective in setting the mood. Oh, we went through those like butter. Ow! Got one right, and then the other one is like, nah. Nah, you didn't. Yes, I did. Don't argue with me. Nah, do I have any more medkits left? No, I wasted all of them. Holy moly. Well, I guess we're going this way. Nah. Because we're true veterans here, we are not using the flashlight, because why would we? Let's see what's here. Dark. That's what's here. Oh, what happened with you? What was that? You got caught up there, buddy? That's embarrassing. Oh, you had your own little hole. I see, I see. Nice thing to have that. Mm-hmm. Could I get up there? Wait a moment. Ow, that was my head. Ow, that was also my head. I'm not sure if I could jump up there, but we will probably get up there later or sooner. Uh-oh. Oh, you think you're the only one with the machine gun, huh? No, you're not. And this is actually the place where Campbell was talking to Betruger. Well, thank you for that. I heard that. Who's there? I heard that. Oh, you have a pistol. I have a pistol too. Now what? So a few interesting details here. One is this case. This is the case that Campbell opened. Thank you for those. And excuse me, I was talking. So as I was saying, this is the case that Campbell was carrying in the beginning and opened, and we saw that green light. Now if you take a closer look here, and I have to turn this off, then you can see a bit, not exactly, that it says Delta Weapons model BFG 9000. So this is a BFG 9000 that he is carrying, and we obviously want that. Also, fun fact, that was the vent the camera went through. Alright. Anyone else here trying to make my life more miserable? Sorry, just making sure. This is closed as well. Everything is closed here. Terminal 3. Okay. This is a surprisingly big room. Oh. Right, this is what I have to open. Oh, a shotgun. Lovely. What's there? Tracking camera. This is another thing I love. There are so many cameras all over the place. And most of the time you can actually find the camera on the wall if you look around. It's a nice little detail. Yeah, give me that. Is there anything else I can do here? I don't think. Access door 1. And this lovely thing is the pinky. Yes. Not exactly like the original demons from Doom 1 and 2, but certainly a lovely version. With a quite tough and hard head, you must say. Now the trick here is to let Pinky get in and we get the fuck out. Because they can bite, let me tell you. Excuse me. I like how they walk with their hands up. It's a bit like how zombies are depicted in many movies, but it makes them so weird in a way. Their silhouette is so distinct as they walk. Alright. Okay, that is kind of, you know, odd. Ow. Yeah, that's why you don't want to go near them. And yes, this will absolutely open behind me. No question about it. So let's be careful. Because, as I said, everything is full of monster closets. And if you take one step, there is a good chance that something will be waiting for you. As I said, every step of the way. But that's why it's really good at setting the atmosphere, because you are concerned about everything. You are just so used to something happening at every moment. And this is a lovely thing. This is the Martian body locker. Now, this is another idea that I absolutely love in this game. Let me explain it. I think this PDA will be useful to us. Free stuff. Yes, here it is. So, Mr. Moses, congratulations, you have been selected to receive one of our free promotional storage cabinets loaded with useful things that we think you'll need. To access your new storage cabinet, visit us online, Martian Body. And remember, you're always a winner with Martian Body. Now, this is a really fun thing. So Martian Body in this game, in this universe, is this promotional company, I guess. And there are giveaways where you can win a Martian Body cabinet. Alright, that's fun. Actually, I think if you look through the PDAs, sometimes you can find, in a way, spam messages from them. I'm not sure if you already found one, but every now and then you can see emails from Martian Body. Now, what is interesting, it says that to access this, you have to visit their online, right? Or them online. And it has a code. And we don't know the code, and the code, as far as I know, is not in the game. What you had to do back in 2004, when the game released, you actually had to go online, which is something I really like, this idea, that you have to, in a way, find a piece of the video game outside of the video game. And you had to go to Martian Body's website, and that had a code. I think it said something that, hey, if you're a winner, this is the code you can open your locker with. And unfortunately, that website is no longer online. I do believe that it goes to Doom Eternal's website, so the link, the domain is still the property of id. And so you had to go online and find the code, and I think the code was 0508. It's been a long time since I last opened one of these. But yeah, I do not forget these kind of things. And another thing that is lovely about this is the only locker in the game, or I should say the Martian body lockers, are the only ones in the game that require a 4-digit code. All of the other lockers only require 3 digits. And what is lovely, if you look at the email, it says that this person received 1 free promotional storage cabinet loaded with useful things that Martian Body thinks he would need, or he'll need, including some armor, a chain gun, and bullets for it. Because who doesn't need a chain gun on Mars? And this is the fastest way you can get this weapon. Let me see. Congratulations, and remember, you're always a winner with Martian Body. Indeed. By the way, how am I doing? I'm great now that the technical issues are are over. I'm having a blast here. And here's a little exchange. Mr. Moses, we've recently received your storage cabinet from Martian Body. Where would you like us to put it? And here's an answer. Excellent. I can't believe it showed up so soon. Please have someone deliver it to my office in the north hallway of administration. I can't wait to see what they've sent me. Thank you for the quick reply. We will have it delivered to your office by the end of the week. And this is what we find right here. Lovely little detail. And actually the first time I played this game, I didn't know it, so I couldn't open it, and then I looked it up and realized what this entire thing was about.
Marine, Bravo team reports there's some sort of unidentified growth taking over parts of the base. I don't know what it is, but it can't be good. Stay sharp.
Yes, yes. And actually this is where Pinky jumped from. And we could see in the cutscene that Pinky hit this lamp. And that is because this lamp is really here, and it has indeed physics. And if you shoot them, the lights actually work, and I think you can even damage the lights, even though from this angle it might be difficult. Let me try. Apparently they don't want us to be in pitch blackness, but that doesn't stop me from trying, obviously. Indeed, you can. So if you want to make the game even darker, go ahead, you can shoot all kinds of lights. Not every light can be destroyed, but some certainly can be. And they even included a little bullet hole there. Isn't that lovely? So we have certain growths over the base. Isn't that fun? This is actually the place where I said I couldn't jump up. Let's see what's here. That seems like a wall that wants to open. It doesn't want to open. I really feel like it wants to. Told ya. Let me see. Is anyone down there? Sir, are you dead? Yes, you are dead. Good. And again, this is why I not necessarily say that every Doom game has to be played in a quick fashion. We just return to the beginning of the game, well, the level, because you can go really slowly, both in the original games and in this, and really just look around the corners and play in a much more strategical style, tactical style.
Working. I tried everything. The computers aren't responding. I can't get root access to the systems. We can't do it here. We'll have to access the system somewhere else.
All right, let's go.
And that's the BFG right there. So Swan and Campbell are trying to access the system, and we will be following their footsteps for quite a while. Oh, sorry, I'm not wasting those kind of bullets on you. Nah, let's see what's here. William Banks, isn't that the guy, the director we need the PDA of? Kind of remember that kind of name. Anything up there, maybe? Let me see. Another thing, but once again they even made the vents accessible in a way. Lovely. Anything in here? Nothing. Oh yes. These are the moments when I feel home. I'm not sure if participating in demonic rituals is part of the job description here in the UAC, but I like the candles and I need this. So this is where things get interesting, because you see, in the first game, in the first Doom game, most of the time the enemies were already on the map, right? They were waiting for the player to go around and get into a fight. In the second game, especially in the master levels, there was this really interesting idea that the developers used the teleportation to spawn enemies, and I guess the trickery there was that they made a small room maybe where the enemies were, and they put a teleporter in the room, and when the player went through a certain trigger, those enemies would for some reason jump into the teleporter and then appear in specific points on the map. And that worked really nicely, and as a surprise, because where the teleporter actually teleports, you don't have to put a teleporter there as well. You don't have to make it a back and forth teleportation system, it can be a one-way thing. And so they actually use this idea of spawning enemies in, but in this game it becomes the standard. So wherever you go, an enemy can just appear. However, a bit like how in Doom 2 you had, or even in Doom 1, when you play the Nightmare, when the enemies respawn, you can see this greenish glow of the teleportation. Now in this game it's a bit different, because there is this yellowish hue and there is a sound effect. So every time there is an enemy, you know that something spawned, and I absolutely love that. And it is an art all of its own to learn how the enemies spawn, so you can kill them while they are spawning. And that's what you could have seen me attempt and do a few times with the shotgun, because from close up and personal you can kill an imp with a shotgun blast while they are spawning. The trick is that they spawn a bit like a Terminator, crouching, and then they stand up, and when they stand up you have to shoot them in a way that most of the pellets hit them, mostly in the torso and the head, and that way you can eliminate them quite quickly. Let's see what's here, because this is kind of an optional place, I would think. Well, this is where Swan and Campbell were. As you can see, network connection failed, and that's an imp. Maze to me. Yes, normally this should only take one shot. Absolutely. Network logging failed. Well, let's try again. That's a lot of errors. Hate when that happens. Technical difficulties, even in the game. And I think some of these can be shot, even though they don't really respond to it. There are screens that you can shoot and they just break. Not these ones, apparently. But we found another PDA and some quite useful grenades. Oh, another armor, not like I need it. And a ladder up here. And I think I will have to apologize now. As I said, it was a long time ago that I played this game. Apparently you can get up here. Absolutely you can get up here through this place, even though this is broken, so we are not going there. It's again a nice touch that this light is red, showing that this door is closed, but this one is green. It really conveys this idea that the system is broken, and obviously we have this demonic glitch on the display. So indeed, we can even get up here. We can go around, I guess. Not much point to it. As far as I remember, even if you don't kill the zombie, it won't be there when you go and open that door. So that fat zombie that we killed, it just disappears into thin air. An odd little detail. So this is how you do it. Another thing that the developers love to do is to mask the sound of one enemy spawning with the sound of another enemy spawning, because if they spawn at the same time you can't really tell, even though there is a sense of 3D sound in the game, absolutely. So always be careful when you hear that something is spawning and you see something spawning. Obviously you will take care of that enemy first, but then look around, because there's a really good chance there's something behind you. And I think we have the PDA.
Access granted.
Now we will get used to these kind of gates or rooms. Transfer bays, I guess. These will be often the start and ending points of levels, much like the elevators. But before I continue, I want to say one thing. You see, during my first stream of this game, I got a trophy. The first trophy was that I was really persistent and hit a turkey a bunch of times. Now that I say it, it sounds a bit weird, but don't get the wrong idea. So that was a trophy to get a high score on an arcade game, or in an arcade game. And I think we got an email about that. Yes, but I didn't read that, so let me do that now. HR coordinator, new high score. Congratulations, you set a new high score in Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3. Your parents can rest easier knowing they have raised another shining example of humanity. Due to the incredible amount of time you wasted punching poor defenseless turkeys, your vacation time has been docked 2 days. Have a nice day. So indeed, that's a lovely feature of this game. I will be honest, I'm not sure if this was in the original game. I don't say it wasn't. Honestly, I never tried to get any high score in this arcade game, because as far as I know, the actual arcade doesn't tell you what the high score is. But one thing is for sure, the achievement and the trophies were added after the initial release, because as I said, originally Doom 3 released in 2004, there were no achievements and there were no trophies because it never got released on PlayStation. The BFG edition got, and that's what I'm playing in a way, a version of the BFG edition I'm playing, to be clear there. But maybe this was also in the original game. I could imagine that the email was in it as a joke, and when they remastered it for the BFG edition, they gave it a trophy, an achievement to really highlight this kind of joke. But I really do like it. So let's go. Today's stream is called Into the Alpha Labs, and we finally arrived to the Alpha Labs.
Marine, I've received a report that you haven't reached Bravo team yet. You need to pick up the pace. Can't wait for you. Reaching the communication facility quickly is imperative.
So while I'm looking around, because I know this place like the back of my hand, I mean, I know there are zombies there also. The opening and closing sound of this door is just crazy. As you walk out and it closes behind you and it all goes to black, and you're here and you're looking around and you don't know what to do and you just want to go back into that safe little room. So about the story a bit. Yes. Form a nice orderly line. Oh, I heard something. I knew I heard something. Now, as I said, I will play like I played the originals. I'm not using the flashlight and the weapons at the same time. That's why I'm just blinking the lights, so you really get a feeling of how the original game was before. But to talk a bit about the story so far, what happened is everything went to shit, as we know, and our boss, Sergeant Kelly, who interestingly grew hair between the two versions. That's one of the funny things that really just got my eyebrows up when I first saw it, because in the original game he is bald, but in this game he actually has some hair. I don't know why that was changed. But you see, he ordered us to link up with Bravo Team. Bravo Team is a group of survivors, I do believe from Mars City, and they have the order to send a message, a kind of Mayday report to Earth to request backup. And so we got the order to catch up to them and have them. However, we are still behind. Era lights shut down. That's great. Unlock doors, primary lights on. Wonderful. Now,
the UAC
what
takes pride
was
in
that?
its safety record. Please follow UAC procedures.
I'm not sure what that sound was, but whatever. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Oh shit. They do mind me. I mean, yeah. Playing through the game 10 times kind of has an effect on how you handle things. And I will always say that this is one of my favorite games, even though I know many people say that it's not so good, it's not really a Doom game and all that, and I understand their concerns and their criticism, but why I absolutely love this game is because it is a shooter, however it is a horror game, and it's a weird mix because many action horror games, they fail because you're not really scared of things if you have a bunch of weapons, right? But this game still manages to make things a bit scary, right? And you are put into this constant struggle against yourself that maybe you don't want to go. You don't really want to go through that blue 17 door because who knows what is on the other side of it. But you have no choice. You are constantly forced to do what you don't want to. You have to face your fears. And the game doesn't give you any option to not do that, and I love that.
Of slowly dwindling natural resources. Our new ventures on planets like
I saw you. Actually, fun fact, I think you can get a bit of a shock here. Yep, yeah you can. Electricity is working. Oh my goodness, what are you two doing? I heard about this thing called scissoring, but not with dudes. You know what, I will just keep you to it.
That destabilizes the atomic structure of pulverized iron oxide.
Now this place is a bit loud, so I will try to go through it quickly, right? Where's the other one? Thank you. This is a really cool thing, what is being played there. So the idea is that it's a great thing that you build a base on Mars, but you know, you need resources. And so what they came up with is most of Mars is this rusty color, mostly because it is rust, and oxidized iron obviously has oxygen in it, which is really quite useful to people. So they used this entire plasma research to harvest that oxygen, and this bit of machinery is a really strong plasma beam, I do believe. And we need a 009. Uh-oh. You're in the way, buddy. Oh, he actually shot him? Wow. Okay. Yes. What is happening? Ow! That was a chair! Who throws a chair at someone? That was a dick move. Ow! That actually hurt more, the electricity. Oh. Thank you. The elemental phase deconstructor. Obviously we can't do anything about it, because, well, let's be honest, we don't understand the bloody word of it. But that's not our job. Our job is to survive here. So let's see, Kyle. Do we have a code? We don't have a code. In that case, we have to listen to this.
Log for Kyle Berger, research supervisor for the EPD project. The elemental phase deconstructor is fully operational, and the research data we have gathered so far is very impressive. Unfortunately, we had a terrible accident last week. Research assistant Patterson was calibrating one of the quark emitters in the chamber, and witnesses say he appeared to see something. It's almost like something was talking to him, and he backed right into the particle beam. It was not a pretty sight, as it took off the backside of his head. He lived a few minutes, although I'm not sure you could consider that living, but they say his eyes rolled back and forth, and he was trying to talk, although after losing that much brain matter, I'm sure it was just reflex actions. Anyway, due to this, I have enacted new safety protocols in the lab, and we have stocked one of the storage cabinets with emergency medical supplies. The code for the cabinet is 752. End of log.
752, thank you. No, to be perfectly honest, I do not think any sort of medical supplies could help in such an accident, but I will try to show you where that accident probably took place. Yes, Imp. Thank you, Imp. Oh, you have a shotgun. Thank you, I will take that. Hey! That probably wanted to be scary, but this time it didn't work. So we can open the repair access gate. I love that it says access while EPD is running can be fakeable, but obviously
Warning. EPD laser active.
we obviously can't stop the EPD laser. Also, pesky zombies. Anyone else? No one. Wonderful. So indeed we have to climb under this thing. And let me tell you, this is not safe at all. So we removed the safety cage. And now we have to jump in. And to jump in you actually have to be standing. You don't have any other choices. As far as I know, you can not stand, but crouch right under it. It's quite a sight to behold. And you can slowly make your way to the ending of it. Look at that. That is so much energy. If I were to stand up, my head would be missing. But that is how it is. So this is the conduit access, and I think the PDA actually... What? Fun fact, you stand up if you open the PDA. I didn't know that. Really? You do? Yes, you do. Wonderful. And that's how you can lose a bunch of health. So the PDA, I think, actually mentioned that this person was working on conduit replacement, and he saw something in here and backed right into this laser. Good thing that we survived. Let's hope that we will survive the next few parts of this place as well, because I just lost a lot of health for nothing. So this is what the laser or plasma beam actually shoots into this bit of machinery. I think this was actually on the loading screen in the original game. Let's see what's here. Another lovely zombie. Not much else. And we have this. Power outage, battery reserve on, back up your files. And as far as I know, This, even though this is something you can interact with, it doesn't change anything. You can click on it, it backs up your files and just shuts down. It's a weird little detail in the game that I never understood what it does. Maybe there is something to it. We'll see. Oh, that's useful, thank you. Is anyone here? Say yes if you are. Now, another good idea is to always look up, because many times the enemies will just jump in front of you. That didn't work out. It was slightly off. But I can't go that way, so I only have this one place. Oh, zombie shooting, my favorite pastime. Now you might be asking, how do I know where to shoot? And it's really easy. The dark spots that are moving are the enemies. Are you okay? You don't sound okay. Now you really don't sound okay now. Nothing here. And we don't want to go here because, as you can see, fire is dangerous and you can lose your head. But thank you for the shotgun. Let me take that. Thank you very much. I'll be back for the rest and for the medkit. Now these are those places in this game where you should be looking in a million ways, but it's impossible. So let's just look into every hole and be careful that whenever you're backing up, you look behind yourself, because that silhouette, that got me a bit there. Ho ho! That was quite something. Just in the flashing light, saying that something is right next to me, and I was able to go around. But ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. That was a good little jump scare there. So obviously, even if you don't really like that the game is dark, it certainly makes it just that much better. And if you make it really light, it doesn't work that well anymore. Yes, this is the place we saw through the little cage part. Warning, fire detected in pipe sector 7-6, seal breached pipe section. Okay, well, let's do that.
Gas leak stopped. Fire extinguished.
Pipe fire extinguished. And then it starts scanning again. Look at this. The gas transfer monitor station. How advanced this thing is. It just tells you about everything. It's lovely. And I do believe now we can go here. And this is a time to save, because this, ladies, gentlemen, and all of my wonderful viewers, this is a highlight. So let's go and let's meet the maggots. This is not the maggots. Apparently, I misremembered that part. This is just a guy with a gun. Yeah, really good idea. Hide behind the explosive barrel. Oh, yeah, if you're not walking in place, that helps a lot. But hey, they are quite clever for being zombies. I guess the maggots come a bit later? Yeah, apparently. A shame, but let's jump down. How do I keep missing these? Ah, good question. Oh, almost fell down there. Ha 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 ha. We don't want to do that. Alright. Oh, box. Sorry. I did remember correctly. It's just one door over. Alright, so as I said, ladies and gentlemen, and all of my wonderful viewers, let's go and meet the maggots. Oh, you gorgeous things. Let's dance. Oh yes. Oh, you want a hug? Huh? Look at those gorgeous little heads, huh? Oh, there's another one. Ah. These little creatures. I love them. And yeah, that's about it. And this guy. This back in 2004. Now that was a sight to behold, and not one that you saw quite frequently in games. I can't go there, that's a shame. Well, I guess there's only one place to go, and that is down. As you can see, these fleshy things are really taking over the base. Now in this case, you can go here. This is the main route to go, or you can go further a bit and find some additional items to help you out. So again, I really like that there are secrets built into the maps. You are always rewarded for looking around, finding additional routes, little hidden rooms and all that, and there's a lot of dead zombies here. And you know, that is weird, because maybe these are not actually dead zombies, just dead workers, but you see, why would the zombies be dead? Who would kill the zombies? That's the thing. And I think this is actually the door that we tried to open previously. Oh, you lost your face. Huh. Well, that's why you can't take everything for face value. I'm kind of proud of that one. Let's see what's here. Really? Are you kidding me? It blew up everything except the one barrel that I wanted to blow up. Oh, okay. I can still hear someone walking about. Not there. I can hear you. And I can see you. Dangerous drop. Yeah, that seems about right. Now this place, if you're playing for the first time, this is the place where you get a heart attack. Yes. Because some of these actually fall down. Just, you know, to give you a heart attack. And also, I'm stuck. And I'm probably stuck because this guy died on one of the platforms where you should be falling down. And this is a bug that I never saw before. But let me tell you, it never happened on PC. But hey, that's okay. Oh, so that's where you run and that's where you come out. Okay, we can play that again. And Come out, come out. I know where you are. So, let's see if my idea was correct. Falls down. Falls down. Yes. Except it couldn't because the body was there apparently. Good question, what? What was that? That was concerning. Yes, that's why you don't shoot at everything that you see moving. It's a really clever thing that they included this idea of barrels falling every now and then. The maggot died. The zombie did not. Now once again, this is an interesting mixture of a game because with the demons, you're just running around and shooting them however you want, but with these zombies, especially the Z-Sec zombies and then the commando, where you are up against enemies with their own weapons, you can play it as a cover shooter in a way, which can be fun as well. It's just another little tidbit that makes the game more interesting, versatile. And we found another backup. So let's back up our files. It would be a fun thing if you had to back up all of them for a trophy or something. That will open, that's 100%. Called it. And something spawned behind me, did it? Abso-fucking-lutely. It's really important to learn to dance with the imps. Really, really important tidbit as well. Let's see what was here. I really like that they always have something to give you. Is that my own heartbeat or someone else's? That buddy, you won't be needing these. So let me take them off your hand. Well, at least it was burning on the other side. Oh! Of the glass and not this one. I'm getting slightly better with the one shot. Also, not sure how to get there. Not through the glass. Fair enough. Now this is a lovely little part. You can try to look throughout this entire level, looking for a switch, lever, whatever you can imagine could open this thing. And the switch that you are looking for is in this room. Now you might be asking, where could it be? Where could it possibly be? Look at this, there's nowhere a switch. Just these two things and that's it. Indeed. Because the switch is right there. The smallest fucking switch and button you can possibly imagine. That is what opens this, and I love it. Oh ho ho. Sorry for bothering you. I really need to back up my files. Oh! Yeah, that's why it's fun to fight against the maggots, because they are obviously shorter. So when they are just moving around, you have to aim down, but they can also stand on two legs. There is a brilliant concept art, you might be able to find it online, when they are standing and they have their tongues out. Absolutely love them. Not my favorite enemy from this game, but they are close. Now this is the hydrocon generator, or the generators. They are really delicate things, and we will learn about just how delicate they are soon. But first we have to go and look around here. Now look at that. That is dedication. That is what we look for in UAC. He didn't even have a head anymore, and he was still dedicated and looking at the scenes and the screens with eyes that he didn't even have anymore. That's what we like to see. Alright. Well, most of the things are actually... Oh! Backup our files! It's really important. Always back up your files, because who knows, maybe there's an imp in the wall. And I'm not sure what hurt me. I guess that fireball hit the wall and barbecued my back a bit. There was a medkit somewhere. Actually, I love that it's my silliness. I always try to save ammunition and resources, and I leave medkits and things behind if it would be wasteful to pick them up, but 99% of the time I don't go back for them. I guess that was quite apparent when I played the Resident Evil games, and I always tried to save on pretty much everything, and then I ended up with an inventory full of medkits and ammunition and all kinds of things that I never used. What was that? I heard that. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone really heard it. Okay, I guess it wasn't a big deal. Wouldn't you like to work in a place like this? In this steel and metal behemoth on Mars, where you can't even go out because you would die, possibly because of the pressure and the lack of oxygen, and then you are between these machines and pipes and you can die any freaking second of the day. Isn't that just lovely?
Oh, you startled me.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I'm ever glad to see you. I thought I was all alone. It's been freaking spooky lately. The hydrocon's blown a few circuits and was unstable. Be careful with that gun. A stray bullet into the glass shields could blow the whole area.
You mean you
I'm gonna try and get this thing stabilized. I'll head to the science office when I have this under control.
Should we, like, tell him that there is a zombie demon invasion going on, or like... Nah. He's busy. Do you have any files to back up, maybe? Nothing. Shame. I'm not sure how safe it is to move through moving machinery, but whatever. Now, again, you have the option to kill these survivors. And you can get the PDAs and sometimes some items with those PDAs, but with this playthrough I'm trying to be nice. Also, I'd like to state that there is like a dead body 2 meters from you. Did you not notice that either? And some extra stuff for us that I can't even pick up. Yeah, I'm good. Now what he mentioned is that if you shoot into these, pretty much the whole level blows up. Absolutely, I will show you how that looks like. It's a tiny little Easter egg, in a way. Somehow I don't believe that you are the only enemy here. I don't know why. Call me pessimistic. Yeah, as I said, Call me pessimistic. Thank you. So here I will save and show you what I'm talking about. Override. Oh, we reached the maximum save spot number. Apparently that's okay. We can just override the oldest one. So here we get attacked by a few maggots. And it's so cool how it's animated, how they go around. I really like it. And there you could see that they can walk around. And actually, there is another Easter egg here, but first let me show you this. So yeah, don't do this, because you can reach minus 999 health, and I mean that should be a trophy. But, fun fact, it never happened to me by accident. There is Swan and Campbell, by the way. So I learned about the Easter egg with Swan and Campbell there, and there is a way to actually catch up to them. The trick is you have to use the cheat where you're invincible, shoot into one of these that blows up this area, and so they die, and then you can catch up to them and get the BFG. Now it's obviously cheating, but when I learned that, that's when I realized you can actually shoot these and they blow up. Which is a lovely little detail, and again something that you can overlook for the longest of times. Actually, this is the place where I showed you that you can get zapped.
Safer worlds for everyone. For centuries, people
Oh, you poor thing. Ow. Uh-oh. That was slightly off. Can't go this way. I actually thought about going this way first, but I just decided to go here. And why I came back, because I know that's the way out, so I was like, wait, what's on the left?
Without the need for large amounts of electricity, the hydrogen is then used for hydrogen fuel, a substance so versatile and clean that it can be used in everything from home appliances to today's most demanding rocket engines. A side benefit of producing this fuel is an endless supply of pure, spring-like water that is more refined than any earthbound spring. We envision a world where technologies such as the Hydrocon can be used to end drought and civil strife in impoverished nations where water or fuel have ever been in short supply. While always at the forefront of scientific research and development, Union Aerospace hopes that the creation of the Hydrocon will continue to make safer worlds.
So obviously this is mostly just marketing for the company, but again, I really like that they included these little videos that explain what they are doing and what this technology is. And maybe it's all made up, but at least when you look at it and you see like, okay, hydrogen is used as a fuel and there's water as a side product, it kind of makes sense. So that's a nice detail. Oh, hello there. Ow. Ow. That hurt. Oh. There's more of them. Ow. Sorry. Yes, I'm just jumping around like a moron. Ow. The fun fact, when I last played through this game on PC, I never died. But as I said, the controls here are so different. I'm really having trouble with them. And that's no excuse. We have to do better than that. So let's get a bit of health. Oh, they are not even here. Huh. That's a fun thing.
For everyone. For centuries, people on Earth waged war over greed.
What are you shooting, buddy? Huh?
As
Oh,
part of
me.
its ongoing
Sorry.
commitment to create a safer world for everyone, recently unveiled
Thank you for that. And now, let's try not to get cornered by the enemy. So, the idea is, what you need to do is go, shoot, go some more, shoot some more, and just not get cornered. Like this. Yes, I just wanted to demonstrate, obviously. And it's that simple. And if I didn't run out of my stamina in the middle of this, it would have been even simpler. Shotgun shells. Any medkits, maybe? No, I have to go back. Okay, I go back. It's not a big deal.
short supply. While always
Oh yes, I do have the chain gun. I could have used that, but as I said, there is no enemy you can't kill with a shotgun in this game. You just have to learn how to deal with them. And with that, this level comes to an end. We are going to the Alpha Labs 2. So let's see what's here. I really don't remember every detail of the Alpha Labs. They kind of blur together. What? Excuse me? Okay, I understand that you're a picky eater, but you just thrown out a leg, an arm, I guess that's another arm. I have no clue what that is. A spine, a torso, like, what did you even eat? That's the other leg. Come on, you can't be that picky. You have to eat all of it. Especially the skin, that's where the vitamins are. Or is that for fruits? So, let's look around, let's see what we have. I have no clue how the fuck to survive that. Wrong button. Nah, that's better. Oh no! They broke the Super Turbo Turkey Puncher free! And whatever this was. What's this? Information terminal. I don't really care about that. Okay. Little secret here. Not like we can use it. It's funny that I'm so used to playing this game like this that I don't even use most of the weapons. Against the Z-Sex zombies I use the machine gun because it is much more dangerous to run up to them here because I'm not sure I can kill them with one shot due to the difference in controls. But I think I should really start using some of the other weapons as well. What was that? Oh, hello there! Sorry. And here we are. The restroom. The most dangerous place in any horror movie and game. Let's see. A zombie in the corner. Classic. Blood. Lots of blood. I don't know where that was. Give me a moment, I have to check. Was it here? It wasn't. Oh, that's a wrench, buddy. Actually, fun fact. One of the original trailers for Doom 3 took place in a toilet, as far as I know. It showed how a Pinky is eating a zombie. Nothing here. It's really interesting how something is off about this mirror. Like, you can see it's not straight, or it is straight but it's askew. It's like slanted down, and you can see that door. It's really odd, but I really like how dark it is. Let's see what's here. Grenades. I think this is the place where you can again hear some whispers. Let's see what's here. Hell makes house calls. Burn, pain, kill me, fear. It hurts, huh? I was kind of hoping for a phone number there, but I guess no. How did you manage to tear the entire toilet out of the wall? I have no clue. So, let's see what's up here. Excuse me?
Hello, is this reaching anyone? I'm broadcasting on a very low frequency. If you can hear me, I'm not far. Please help me. I've locked myself in storage room C4. Please, if anyone can hear me, please help me.
C4. That doesn't sound like the best storage room. Let me try you, buddy. I mean, try to find you. A word was missing there. Ow! Went a bit over their head there. Alright, let's see what's here. Huh? What is that sound? Oh! Look at that! They are having a feast! And didn't even invite me. Rude. Oh, they will pay for it. Fun fact, if you fall like this, you can shoot the imp right in the face. Like so. Oh, this was where I killed that machine gunner. Nice. Oh, that was brilliant. The distraction. Ow. I timed that a bit off. That was really clever because a body falls down and you obviously want to look up because that's a big object moving, there's something falling down, you expect it to be the imp because you hear the imp, but no, the imp came from here. Lovely. Sorry, but I really need that PDA. Wow. Look at that. The moment I enter, they are like, okay, let's stop for the moment. Kill this guy and then we can continue. Alright, do we have any medkits? Medkits? No medkits. Thank you. Let's get a bit of health, and let's look at the cameras. Okay, so we have the security checkpoint junction. I think that's right in front of the toilets. Yes, I've been there. Security checkpoint. Oh, look at that! That's me! It even shows if I change weapons. How cool is that? Coolant junction. I think that's just on the other side of this door. MFS compressor. Ooh, that will be fun. Storage and engineering. And engineering coolant control. Oh, look at that! There's someone there. Ho 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 ho. Another victim for the armies of hell. But there was a glitch there, a visual glitch, because this window was slightly broken even before. But it's really clever how it gets broken when the imp spawns in, and you can actually go back for a bit of oxygen. And as soon as that door closed, we're good. And there's the camera. Right there, you can see it. That's the camera where we saw this place. So as I said, even the cameras you can access, those were placed in the right positions. I love it. Don't mind me, don't mind me.
Let's go! Since the dawn of the space age.
And that is Bravo Team. Or at least whatever is left of them, I guess. Not a lot.
The specialist teams ask the big question. Can we devise a way to store and deliver that fuel to make deep space research?
Uh-oh. Don't mind me. I'm taking cover. Ow. Haha!
Marine, Bravo team reports they've located your position but are unable to move to your current location. Head through engineering and try to link up with them in Sector 3.
I mean, we are just on this... the bloody... same place, just a few meters apart. Yes. Well. But at least I get to show you another lovely little secret. You see, there was this place where I killed that imp. Right there. And normally, you would think, you just killed that imp, no big deal, but this wasn't during my first playthrough, this was the maniac playthrough that I had when I noticed there is this little button here, open main hatch, and that will open that right there. With a little ladder. And now we can climb right in here. And voila, we are here. Lovely. Absolutely love it. I remember it was such a feeling of success when I first noticed that. It's really rewarding when you find something new in a game that you played so many times. Now I will save here because I don't really want to get grind up, you see. That's not so much fun. But we have to jump through this machine. I'd like to say right around now that it's a really bad idea jumping into moving machinery. Don't do as I do. But we have this here. ammunition. So let's see what we have for this. Need to remember my code for cabinet 39102. This is not that, but let's try it. No, this is not that. We need 38. Maybe another one. Yes, here it is. 409. Now, normally I would read all of the PDA messages and such. That didn't scare me, but I don't want to take the time for that. This is kind of just a first playthrough of this game, and if people really enjoy it, then I might do a second where I really show everything. But the point of this playthrough for me is to really show people why I love this game. However, I did see that there was a Martian body email here, and that's what I was talking about, that sometimes people get kind of spam advertisements emails. And here is one. Play UA-Net's Drago Wizard now. Online gamer. The quest for the chalice of Sanguine Drag begins now. The evil Vloxomir has cast a dark cloud of evil across the lands of Nosgoth. Who will rise above and challenge his legion of Wildwolves and Berserker trolls? Who came up with this? Raise your scimitars aloft and strike back. Join UNet's hottest RPG Drago Wizard today for only 29 credits per month. So absolutely love this. You get sometimes see the PDAs, these fun little advertisements, and there are some even more interesting ones. Here is, for example, another mentioned poll. The email spam lately is getting out of control. The worst company is that Martian body place. I can't believe all the things they send me. I don't know how they got my email address. Can't you do anything to stop the spam? I spent all morning deleting junk from my inbox. Thank you, Ross. So again, it's a little piece of world building that I greatly appreciate from the developers. Now what's here? Checkpoint. That's useful. And the Zasek? Buddy, what are you shooting at? That wasn't from behind me, but I will check. Just for safety reasons. No, you're not. Oh! Where did you come from, huh? Ah, you had a little hole. I see. Oh, I heard that. Oh, you think you're sneaky, huh? Ow! How? Haha, that's what you get. Now, this is actually good stuff. But this might look like just another room amongst the many, right? It's just a place where you can find some items here and there scattered around. Some boxes, enemies, and a lift. It's just that. Except it isn't. Because this room hides a secret, and it's a tricky secret. And I will waste a bit of bullets here. You see, one of these is not like the rest. Actually, let me get rid of this guy. He's in the way. One of these little floor panels is not like the rest. And I first noticed that when I used a grenade here to kill the enemies, and one of these panels decided to fall down. So let me try to repeat exactly that. Hopefully not blow myself up. There it is. You see? A little access hatch. And this access hatch gives you access to a really a really interesting place. And this is why I will always love service tunnels in games, because I've spent so much time going through them in this game. There's always something to find, and this place leads down actually to a place we will see, but we won't be able to access any other way. I think that's an explosive barrel. Let's cook it a bit. The yellow barrels need a bit of time before they blow up. The red ones are instantaneous. Actually, you can look down there and see a place where we will be going. Try to remember that piece of the pipe where it's glass, and I will be able to show you when we get there. So we already found this secret, right? But if you blow up all these barrels, you kind of find another secret hidden inside of the secret, and get some additional items because you deserve it. Actually, I do remember that this panel was bugged on the co-op version, and you could just see through it. You couldn't fall down, but it wasn't there. It was an odd bug. But then again, not many would understand that reference, because I'm not sure many played that mod or even remember that. So now that we looked through there, let's use this lift. Ah, there you are. I was looking for you. Oh, you're an imp, you're not a maggot. Sorry. So, if you remember that pipe and the blood, we were somewhere, I assume, there. And that is actually where the maggot came out of. I was looking for where that was. Unfortunately, I missed it. However, no, I wonder, because you see that edge is no bent. You see? It's bent down. So does that mean if we go back, will that be bent? Let's check. Oh, there's another medkit there. So these little pieces of the map where it all connects, that's what I really appreciate in the design of Doom. And there it is. How cool is that? And normally if you don't find this secret, you would think, oh, that's just a place that they put there so the maggot can spawn somewhere and come out, right? But no, it is really there. Everything pretty much that you see, you can access. And that was an idea in the original Doom games. Every outside part pretty much that you see, you can access through some secret, and you can find some additional items. And I really like that they took that idea and the more I played the original games, and now that I played this one again, the more I realized that they didn't forget where they started from. They didn't forget the rules they came up with for the original Doom games. They followed those rules again, but they wanted to create something different. And as much as I understand that some people won't like this game, and I'm not playing it to really convince people that it's a good game, but it is sure that playing the original games kind of gave me a new level of appreciation for this one. Now we find... who are you? Are you serious? You don't see me?
I can help you. The lights are all out. I'll lead you through here if you can get me off this base.
I have a flashlight. Oh my! Let's back up your safe files. Sorry.
Come on, I can't wait.
Oh, you could wait long enough. Don't worry about it. What?
Hurry up, we can't stop.
What were you looking at? The system of light screen? Come on, making it look like you work. You can. You absolutely can. So normally in this place, you could use your flashlight, but it's a really interesting idea that...
Electromagnetic pulses have knocked out the electrical systems in this area. Watch out. A big one could knock out our lights.
So it's a really interesting idea that you have to follow him because he is the light source. No, there are little secrets all over the place here. For example, this, where you can find the chain gun. If you don't know the Martian body code, maybe this is the first place where you can pick up the actual gun. So the rule is, every time he goes one way, you go the other. So for example, he goes that way, we are going this way. Now be careful, because you might find some enemies here and there. But you might also find an absolute shit ton of ammunition. Now if you just turn off your light, well yes, it is much more claustrophobic. But a really nice thing, he actually stops when you stop, so he won't run off.
There's one.
And this little impulse that knocks out all the lights, and also his little lantern as well, that also turns off our flashlight. I will try to show you that as well.
What was that?
I don't know. You're the scientist.
Stay close.
Well, then you better fucking follow me, because I'm checking every corner of this darn place. So I will stop here. Wait for my flashlight to turn on again, or charge up, so I can show you how it just immediately switched off the moment there is a pulse.
That was close.
Also, I love that his reaction right away was kill it.
Hurry up, we can't stop.
Lovely. Moment, need to wait on my flashlight. Where's another pulse? Come on.
Oh God, don't let it get me!
I hope it didn't. Ow! I actually missed because it was so funny looking at the guy. I backed up and I see this scientist crouching down with a huge lantern trying to hide. Come on. Oh, backpack. Thank you.
We can't stop.
Oh, we can. You will die.
Hang on. Here comes another.
No matter what. Oops, spoilers. As you could see, even my flashlight went out. And that was like that in the original as well. I love this guy. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, I'm messing around with an imp on fucking veteran difficulty. Absolutely, because I'm insane, but oh goodness. It wasn't close, it was really, really far away from you. Also, I like that they didn't give a fuck about you. Where did that come from? Just out of thin air?
Come on, I can't wait.
You can wait, and actually thank you for that. Maybe we should talk.
Stop. We've got to keep moving.
Okay, if you want to, go ahead. I don't know why he wanted to die that quickly and that badly, but hey, whatever you want. So yes, as far as I know, you cannot possibly save this guy. I don't know what he's doing. It looks like he has a bad case of leg cramps. But as far as I know, there's no way to save him. This is just how the script is. And once again, I wasted a bunch of my health. Lovely. Oh, is this the 309 that I... or 39 that I read? Yes, that was 102, I think. Yes, so this is again nice little thing. In the beginning, they give you the PDA, the code, right next to the locker. So you kind of learn like, okay, this is how I open things. First, it's maybe an email, so you can read it. Next, it's in an audio log. So you are shown the ways you can get information. And then you get the PDA in one part of the map, and then the locker is in another part of the map. So you kind of have to connect the pieces. And here, the PDA is actually on a previous level. Actually, the previous level. And the locker is here. So that's how it puts a new twist on the same idea every time. Makes it a bit more interesting. Displays. Now I have one disclaimer about displays, because here's the thing. As I said, I played this game a million times. I cannot play it like this is my first time, and honestly that's not my style. I don't want to lie to my viewers, and I never want to make it look like that I'm experiencing something for the first time when I know it all too well what will happen. So if you don't like spiders, you might want to look away for a bit, because we will see some spiders. And based on the cobwebs, some big spiders. Ah, that silhouette. And the sound. The sound, I absolutely love it. It's like nails on clicking almost on the floor. It's such a brilliant sound. Now we are safe here, not for long. These are tricks, I do believe they are called. They are spiders with an upside down head, human head, because why not? Hydrate, thank you very much. So these are one kind of spiders in this game, There are multiple. Actually, there are 3. If you want to be precise, I think. Now, in this place, what happens is you need to press this button, extend the service ladder, to get up there. But then all the enemies come to kill you. So there's a trick to it that I used back in the day. You can jump here, and actually I realized that you can either jump a bit higher or access places a bit easier if you're running. I forgot about that, honestly. So we can click on this and then fall into a fucking hole. Yes, that was real professional. And then we can kill all of them from here, and you can also look at them, how gorgeous they are. And yes, some of them actually spawn from here. Bit odd. But they have this odd trait that they blow up when they jump into your face. I never really understood what that is about, but you could see that some of them kind of climb down on their own web, which is really clever. So these are our little spiders. Apparently I came out too early. And yes, I obviously fell into the only hole in this entire room. Classic. Okay, you can stop. So this is how I usually manage this area. You can also just run around, I guess. You could try to jump up here. I'm not sure if you can, but we're here to try. I'm not sure if you can jump in there. Maybe you hit your head, that's the problem. You could also try to jump on this, but it didn't want to do that. But there is one more way you can do that. And I saw this in speedrunning. You can jump here and then jump atop this head station. I actually overshot it, so it's not a big jump. And then you can jump here and you're up. So you can skip this entire ladder sequence and just go for the exit, which is a little trick from the books of the speedrunners. But we don't need to do that. You're gorgeous. You are absolutely fucking gorgeous. Ow. You're gorgeous, and I'm also dead. Okay, almost dead. Using a shotgun against them is not a clever thing to do. As far as I know, you cannot get there, but there's absolutely nothing in there. As far as I know, obviously, maybe there are even more secrets that I don't know about. But for now, we just finished Alpha Labs 2. So let's go to 3. I didn't know how much I will be able to get through today, but maybe we will be able to get to the end of Alpha Labs, and that would be lovely. Shh. Be very quiet. Ow! I'm trying to ambush the zombies. Yes, that idea came before the imp jumped me. Oh, I can see you. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. They are so trigger happy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, maybe if I shoot you a bit as motivation. Now? Somehow I did not remember them being this fucking stupid. What just happened? What? Okay, this game wasn't this buggy. I will tell you that, that's for sure. Maybe how clever they are, that might be something that I remember through a rosy filter, as they say. But I know for a fact that enemies did not disappear and appear from thin air. It happened in the mods. In co-op it did happen, but not at all in the base game. So I would say that this is default of the port and not the game. Alright, waste incinerator. Lovely. Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Spiders. Let me get my spider killing gun out. Come on. Stop it. Really? There's more? They just don't know when to stop. Okay, this is reloaded. Box has physics. And now we get a few Z-Secs. Come on. Gorgeous. That was a headshot. And that was a double kill. I don't know if I really got double kills as often in this game as in the original ones.
Cleanup procedure.
High toxic levels. Okay. I can work with that. PDA. Oh yes, this is fun. A Z-Sec will ambush us, but it doesn't know that I know that it will ambush us. Haha, I'm not there. Ha ha ha. Clear? Clear. Now this is the yellow key card that I mentioned back in Mars City. That's what we will need later on, but now we will play a little game. We can use this crane. Now a lot of people say that this is an odd part of the game. Why do you even need this? And fair enough. What, another Z-Sec? Look, I don't have all day for this. I'm working. But I heard you, so you have two options. You just... Oh, health, nice. So you just show yourself and I shoot you, or you try to kill me and I shoot you. The outcome is the same. Alright, so how this works, you can move the crane around with these. You have to keep pressing, and you can see there is that light that is actually on the bottom of the crane. So you can maneuver it right over the barrel, and it will be red when it's in position. Then you can move it a bit down, and then you can close it. Whoops. No, there is a really useful transfer item to incinerator button if you are lazy. And you can take that and drop right in. Now if you're like me, or at least a bit like me,
Toxic gas levels decreased 50%.
Then right after you do this, your next question is, what else can I grab? Great question. Great question. So let's see if we can maybe grab this gentleman right there. Now, interestingly, it still shows the lock, even though I'm not sure if that's, you know, the intended use, but hey, technology doesn't lie. Look at that! Well, Joe, time for the incinerator! Wow! Alright, what else can we maybe try to do? Now, one trick is to lower the crane right away, because then you can see a tad bit better. Alright, maybe we can grab that. Oh ho 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 ho, we can, we absolutely can. Yes, throw out the trash. So some people will say that this part has, you know, no sense, and in a way that is true. It's also an annoying part for a speedrun, but I absolutely love messing around here with absolutely pointless stuff. Now I'm pretty sure I can grab that. I'm pretty sure I can grab that. No, I can't. Now another thing that is interesting is the fact that when we threw out that barrel, it told us that the dangerous substance levels decreased by 50%. Now that is odd, because we threw out one barrel and there are 4 in the room. So why is that? Well, you probably already figured it out, my dear viewer. But let me demonstrate. Yeah, that's not how you grab a barrel, but whatever, it works. So this barrel, you can see, is the same dangerous barrel as that one, except this has no green dangerous fumes. That one does. Which means that when we drop this in, it won't make any difference, because we technically only need to throw out 2 barrels. The 2 ones that are emitting that dangerous green gas. However, I'm curious if I can maybe help Jack to the incinerator as well. Can go more to the left. I think Jack will have to stay. Terrible. Alright, let's close that. And we are good to go. And you can actually leave it here, run here, and wait. Wait so much that the recorder in this moment decided no. So you can see here, I had trouble with the recorder right in the beginning of the stream, right? Then I restarted my PC and it works for 2 hours, no problem. And then it starts again. It's completely random how it works. And this is why it's really difficult to figure out or fix this problem, because if you ever try to debug anything, you probably know that trying to make the problem happen again and again is part of the process. If it's completely random, it's a bit difficult to figure it out, because you can't necessarily run a test when you don't know when a certain problem will appear again. Come on. I don't have all day.
Gas is cleared. Waste disposal area now safe for entry.
Thank you.
We gotta pick up the pace. We got more men down. Bravo team is barely holding their own.
I mean, last time they were like 3 3 members of Bravo team. And that's the key. Oh. That is coming. Isn't that a true wisdom? But I don't remember that graffiti when I was inside there. Must have missed it. Nothing here. I really want to check what's inside there. Let me use this barrel as a little makeshift ladder. What could possibly go wrong, right? Oh, so many OSHA violations. Come on, stop rolling around. I'm a bit concerned that I will fall into it. But apparently I can't. Some more barrels. Lovely. Nothing underneath. Nothing. Okay, can I maybe move you a bit? No, you're really stuck here. I see. And now... I'm not sure, somehow this ambient sound doesn't put my mind at ease. Let me see. Raise cargo storage platform. Sure. And that's why you don't travel with explosive drums. Oh, I heard that. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, come the fuck on, I don't have all day. Patience is a virtue, yes. But there are limits. Alright, do we have anything else maybe? Oh, another storage locker. Time to look for a code. Oh, incompetent employees. I think I know the code. So this guy, I will actually listen to this. This guy will be talking about how the people who get assigned to work under him are absolute morons and they always forget about the codes. And so he set the code to 123, I think. Hello, Seth. Let me check if I'm right. Indeed. Let me listen to that PDA log. It's funny.
This is Operations Coordinator Mark Lamia, dated November 1st, 2145. I'm filing this report because I am frustrated beyond belief by the level of incompetency I have to deal with here. I don't know where HR is getting the new employees, but the last 5 guys they've sent me were all a bunch of idiots. They can't get any of their work done on time. I constantly have to keep an eye on them. They work slow, they don't follow any of the standard operating procedures, and they can't even remember basic things that I tell them. For example, I changed the cabinet door codes here to 1, 2, 3 because I thought that was easy enough to remember, but they still forgot it. I don't understand why HR can't get me better people. I'm requesting full authority to hire and fire my own employees. It's the only way I can run my department smoothly. End of log.
So this is, again, a fun little way, because as the writer of this game, you would need to come up with ways that give the player the information they need, so in this case the cabinet code, but it would be a bit stale and same-ish if every time it's just a report about changing the cabinet code, or it's a request from security that you have to do a monthly cabinet code change or something like that. So instead, this time, what the writer did, it's really clever. The cabinet code is not the main topic of the audio log. It is the incompetent people. And the cabinet is only used as an example. It's a side kind of concept just thrown around, and I really like that. It's a bit like how in many of the logs the cabinet only comes into the frame of the conversation or the log because it is a reaction to something. So for example, how the doctor was attacked back in Mars City by one of the patients, or how in Alpha Lab Sector 1, I do believe, next to the big plasma cannon, there was an accident. And so it was a reaction to those events that you learned about that they decided to install a locker and put something in it. For example, like the medical response kit because of the accident with the plasma cannon, or in the case of the patient attack, they put weapons in there for self-defense, right? So that's a really clever way to make things a bit more interesting. It's not just, okay, I'm recording this audio log because there is this locker and I changed the code to 1, 2, 3, that's it. They always include information with these logs, and I really like them, and the emails are just like that. And as I showed you, sometimes it's just funny stuff like spam. Some of the emails are about hosting birthday parties or things like that. It's not just work. Sometimes it's work because obviously people are working here, but the people who created the game didn't forget that these workers would be living here, right? They would be doing certain things like talking to each other and having parties and playing games. And I really like that. It's something that I greatly miss in newer games where everything is so to the point. And that's why many open worlds, because that's the kind of latest craze, or at least it was for a long time, they can feel a bit synthetic because everything is told to you what you need to do and you need to know, but nothing else. You never learn about any of the people. What the heck is written here? Sack? I have no clue what is written here. So that's something I would advise anyone who is trying to write something to remember that the characters that you are working with, they are people. They have lives, right? So it's clever to include at least a bit of that. And now we have the access card, which is lovely. Once again, I heard an imp just dying, and I don't know why random imps are just dying around the map. Okay, no one tries to ambush me. That's good. Oh, spiders! Now, if you hear spiders, it's a good idea to try to jump on something. Apparently, not in this case, but it's a useful trick, so they can't get you that badly. Or go into a corner, because then your back is safe and you can look around, and the more you can limit the angle that the enemies can attack you, the better. And that's again something that I appreciate in this game, and I know it's not the super action-packed thing that Doom might be for some people, but It's more tactical, and I always loved that. That this game, for once, at least a bit, you can imagine that yes, you are this marine on Mars. You are not a superhero. You can die, absolutely, but you have a bunch of weapons, and if you think about what you do, then you can pull off some really, really crazy cool things. But you can't just rush into something. Because if you rush into something, you're dead. Let's back up your fires. I mean, UAC will be so fucking happy with me. I backed up all the files. And here we have plenty of secrets. One of them is this. This is the easier secret. Lovely little thing. But there is a more insane secret. And I will try to show it to you. Now, why I say that I will try? Because it's really difficult to pull off. It's really quite difficult to pull it off. So it will take a few tries, I do believe. But who knows, maybe I will be lucky because of all of my wonderful viewers. So you see, you can jump on this railing and then here. Okay, so far so easy. You crouch down and shimmy your way along here. That's good so far. We have to get in there. No, we either jump there or we jump here. I think the easier of the two would be this. But there is this thing above us, so that doesn't let us, which is not good. So we have to try to find a way where we can just barely pass. And I will be honest, I don't even remember how I can do that. But hey, rediscovery is a cool thing, so you can go around there. There's just barely enough to do it. And be careful. And be careful with jumping around. So you shimmy, shimmy, shimmy your way there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. How you can do this the best is just move forward and look a bit to the right. So the character will always try to go right, but press against the pipe. And now we have to jump on this red pipe. And that was lucky, because I fell to this side. If you fell to the other side, then you fall down like I did. But we are here, and we have armor shards. Now that's not that big of a deal, right? You are right, okay. It's not that much. However, that will be important a bit later. So let's not forget about this secret for a bit. I know there is more to it, but I have to remember where I need to go. Honestly, I forgot a part of it. That's why I wasn't sure if I need to go around here or jump here, but now I know what I missed. So the next part is we have to actually go back onto this red pipe, and we can use this little room for our head. Then we have to make it onto that, and that jump is fun, let's just say that. But if you're as good as I am, then you will find the plasma gun, the first in the game. And this is a beautiful gun. And this is one of the few guns where I will say that I absolutely love the original in Doom 1993, but I love the design of this gun more. It's just beautiful. It is absolutely magnificent. And now we can jump down And be happy, because we found a bunch of secrets that most people will probably just forget or never find. Alright, now there are a few enemies here, and we have 50 grenades, so let's just try to smoke them out. Now, one thing you have to be careful is these grenades are extremely bouncy. However, another thing about them is the fact that you can cook them, like many grenades in games. So if you want it to blow up faster, you can do that. Now why I don't do it here, because, you know, if you throw it at a spider right in front of you, kinda backfires. But it's a fun little weapon. And every now and then, it's good to use it, especially if you already know what's coming. Another thing, you remember that vent that I mentioned? There is this vent here. And this vent is not like the other vents. We will be coming back for that vent. But for now, we have to take care of a few workers. Oh, ho 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 ho, buddy! What happened to you? Oh my. Those are some great intestines. And look at those feet. Now, I'm personally not into feet, but hey, if you are, have fun. And don't be so indecent, you zombie. Again, storage area open. That's great. Oh, this is it. Open ventilation access grate free. You see, I do remember some parts of it, but not all. So you can open this and make your way here. As far as I know, you can't do anything here, but you can push this out, and now you're here. So you don't have to do the first part if you don't want to. You can right away get to this, which is lovely, and you can make your way to the plasma gun. Even though this is a bit easier, I would say that finding this tiny little button here is just as difficult. Another thing, what the fuck is that? What is that doing there? Excuse me. And obviously they have physics, so... What? There are some really odd things that happen in this version of the game, I have to tell you. But I'm having fun with it. Okay, let's reload everything. And let's go. Now obviously following the red lights. Great idea. The boiler room. Now we get a machine gun, so we might as well use a machine gun. I mean, we are full. Oh, it's a little armor just put down for us. Alright, you want a party? You get a party! Ha 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 ha! Oh, that was just one magazine. I have plenty. Ah, look at the imps. That's a dead imp. That's a dead imp. That's a dead imp. Ow. What was that? Oh, a Z-Sec. Oh, you think you're so cool with your shotgun? Not anymore, buddy. These moments just really help you, you know, relax. Anything else, maybe? Oh, a bit of plasma. Always useful, now that we actually have the plasma gun. Alright, what's next? Heard that. Heard you too. Nah. What do we have here? A lift. Now you see, this lift looks like any other ordinary lift. You can also jump down for some odd reason. However, this lift has a secret. It breaks. However, I don't remember what awaits us down here. Hello. 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 Running out of bullets. I mean, not overall, just, you know, loaded ones. So yes, that's how you can manage the enemies in the game. But that's why I like this, and what I mentioned, that you have to run up to the enemies. There's no ifs or buts. You just have to do it. You have to face your fears, and that's really rare in a horror game, because most of the time what a horror game wants you is to be scared. But here it's like, no, I want you to be scared at first and then annihilate your fears. Can you hear that? Doggos! Come on, doggo! Yes, the doggo is not alone. It has a friend. Or multiple friends. Mm-hmm. Anyone else? What, an imp? Really? After I killed 3 pinkies, you're like, hey, okay, we give you something more difficult, maybe an imp. Don't insult me like that. Alright, so... Ow! Oh! Motherfucker! Stop hitting me with random garbage! That hurt more than the pinky! Ouch. Oh. This was closed. Makes sense. Okay, no one here. Not sure why there is a random wrench here, but whatever. Wait. Didn't I miss one of these? Let me see. Will 1, 2, 3 work again? If I actually write in 1, 2, 3? Oh! Oh, look at that. That's really cool how those are stored. But now I just remembered, I think I missed one of them because... Oh, but I can't go up now. Oh, goodness, I forgot one. Oh, that's such a shame. I wanted to go a bit further because I didn't know the code. I thought I would get it. Let me check. We still have the save from a moment ago. From before it happened. Nice thing that they included the save point right there. And also, this closes during the fight, but then it opens. Also, you could just use that, so no worries. And you can open this, so apparently this is 1, 2, 3 as well. I wasn't sure if I need to find another PDA. But I do want to open all of them. So let's quickly redo this area. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Let's try to do even better this time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Never know where this guy is. Alrighty. I'm not sure where the other pinky comes from. I think from there. Okay. Come on. Come on, buddy. Ow. That hurt. Haha, missed. Missed me. But look at how they move. You know, after this game, I would like a dog. I mean, I already have Jack, so I do have a dog, but not as chunky as this one. Also, once again, I ran out of running or stamina. I remember I always used to say that I ran out of running back in the day because I wasn't so acquainted with the gaming jargon. Alright, I will dodge this. Stop! Almost dodged it. Haha. Alright, also interesting little tidbit. I still didn't get any trophies. I mean, other than the one that I already got. And you see, there's something behind every box. This is actually, I can show you because I can't pick it up. This is a box of pistol bullets, I do believe. Yes, it is. And here we are at the end of 3. And this is 4. Indeed. But 4 is a tricky place. Because it has 2 playthroughs, and I'm going to show you both.
I was able to locate your position. 4 comm systems are beginning to malfunction and shut down. Massive service disruptions throughout the entire base. I don't know how long I'll be able to track you. Bravo team has just entered the Empro plant. Pick up the pace. You aren't far behind.
Have to make it to Empro. Actually, that is right after this map. Alpha 4. I didn't save once during Alpha 3. Wow, I'm brave. But here's another little detail. Do you see those eyes there? Shh. Isn't that a lovely detail? I feel home. If you actually go there, you can find some shots. Any files to maybe, you know, back up. So 4 is a lovely, lovely map. And it's a complex map.
Hey you! Can you help me? I'm trapped in here. Release the door locks and get me out!
Now, unfortunately, I don't have the viewer count right now to make a poll about this. Even though I would like. But I will show you what happens depending on what you do. So, he asked us to release him, right? Because the electricity went out and then he got stuck there. Terrible thing. Now, you as a nice person would obviously just click on the button. That must do it, right? But if you don't read it, you will just click on activate chamber probably because it's twice as big as the open chamber button. So, let's see what happens if we activate the chamber.
What? Hey!
Look at that happy thing. To be or not to be? That is the question indeed. Ow. I'm just having some fun. You don't need to shoot me in the back for it. So that's what happens. Cycle complete. And we can go down right here. However, we can't open this. And that is what remains of this guy. The skeleton, however, is apparently no more. Kind of. Odd. So this is what happens if you are a bad person and you kill them. You don't get to go in there. A shame. So let me show you what happens if you actually release him. Now that's again a fun little detail that they put the trophy in the game for killing the scientist.
Hey you! Can you help me?
Now there is one trick with this.
Release the door locks and get me out.
I'm honestly not sure if it can work on this console port. I'm not sure if it works in BFG edition. I know it worked on the original PC one. So let me show you a tricky little thing. Because if you really quick and get to this door in time, you can get a fun interaction. Maybe not in this version. No, unfortunate. Oh wait, we got it. Dog Joe. Look at Joe. Joe. You are in such good shape. Look at you. Oh, and that neck. Crazy. I don't know. I think you're overworking yourself. Do you want to say anything? No? Okay, I'll leave you to it then. So that's a lovely little detail that you can achieve. Apparently it stayed in the game. Wonderful. But we're not killing Joe. Not this time. Actually, this is the reason why I call unnamed NPCs in games Joe. Because in Doom 3, every NPC that you should not interact with is called Joe. So here's a bit of fun fact behind one of the things that I do a lot. But let's be nice. Let's be nice this time and actually release him.
Can you help me? I'm trapped in here. Release the door locks and get me out.
Open chamber.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do I still get shot in the back? No. Apparently it's a moral thing. If you're nice, you don't get shot in the back. How nice. Now let's check, is there anything here? Nothing. Well, in that case, I guess we can go here. Now another thing that happens in Doom 3 a lot, and something that I love, sometimes there are little hidden secrets underneath lifts. However, you only have a call lift button. How can you get the lift to go up without you? Well, you see, if you just get close enough, click on it and then back up, then you can see what's underneath a lift. And yes, indeed, you can get yourself crushed under them. But sometimes you can find some pretty interesting stuff under them.
Thanks for getting me out of there. I got trapped in the chamber when the power went out. I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand why none of the systems are responding. I'm going to try to get an uplink into the main system from here. This is a secure terminal. I might be able to get a connection. I'm going to stay here. I can lock the door after you leave. I think I'll be safe.
Maybe.
I need to stay here.
So in this case, if you actually help him, you get into the office. Because you can see that it's already unlocked. It doesn't tell us the code, however. I'm not even sure if there is a code. Oh, what's that? But you see there's all of this here, and I would like some of that. And how great it is for us, there is a button here. Secure locker access. Safety is important. Keep weapons access locked at all times. But we can disable the security lock. And here we go. Don't mind me. I just take some of it. And in this case, this is your reward. And I like that. Even in this messed up game, where you are murdering the demons left and right, and zombies, you know, are quite close to humans. They look human, that's for sure. But there is a moral. You don't kill the innocent survivors. And the game actually rewards you for being like that. And I like it. It's a tiny detail, but they paid attention to that. And now we can continue. And look at this. This is amazing. Also, it's nice that it says Mixum, which I do believe is a made-up company in the Doom universe. But look at this. This chasm that you are standing in the middle of. And all the pipes and this machinery that is so complex, it could crush you in a moment. And all of this was built by humanity. How can you not be amazed by that? Okay. Oh, ammo. Nice, thank you. I heard that. Chamber. Great. It's logged. Alright. Of course you jump at me. I know your tricks. Alright, what's next? Maybe I shouldn't have picked that up. Don't worry, I have grenades for everyone. I mean, look at that. Just everyone is getting grenades. You want a grenade, you get a grenade. Here's a grenade for you as well. A bit to the right, a bit to the left. You get a grenade too. I'm not picky. Ow, that hurt like a motherfucker. I mean, I wasted half of my health on that. But, you know, have a bit of fun. Hoo 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 hoo. So, do you like spiders? Because, oh boy, you are in for a treat. Uh-oh, I heard that. Ow! No, they do hit me, but they don't do as much damage. So, because I'm far away, the shotgun here doesn't work like in the original games where you can snipe with it. It's much more forgiving over long distances, which is not good if you're trying to, kill something with it. But it's really nice when you are getting shot at. Let's get that. That was actually an adrenaline, not something we really need, but we can run faster. And here is one of my all-time favorite creepy moments of this game. Or maybe not yet. Oh, it's bugged? Don't tell me it's bugged. Oh no. Is it? Yeah, it is a bit bugged. Okay, I will show you on the other playthrough. We have to go through twice.
Base schematics show all passages out of your area blocked. The only way through is by traversing the EFR, mechanical subsystem with 2 possible routes through it. Activating the system will get you a direct route, but it's dangerous.
Great placement for the checkpoint.
Stemming the service bridges is safer, but the lighting systems are fried. Make your choice, Ray. Good luck.
So this is a really interesting part of the game, because this is the only time, well, one of 2 times actually, when you get a choice, and you have to make a choice. But this time, it actually affects the game a bit. Not necessarily a lot, but it has an effect. So you can do one of 2 things, as Sarge explained. We can activate the EFR system. That means we have light, but it's really quite difficult to navigate. Or we can extend the service bridge, but there's no lights. So that's what we're going to do first. That's the easier of the 2. My apologies, I'm being ambushed. So we get this bridge. Really nice, really simple. No problem, let me get the weapons. And we just go through here, but first let me go down here, because maybe I can find something useful. Hello, Darren. Hello, Darren. Hello, Darren. Hello, Darren. You really spawn close to each other. Anything else? Ooh, nice. A gift for me. It's quite funny how I have everything except health all the time. Kinda shows that I'm playing a different playstyle than recommended. So here we will face more enemies than normal in a way, but we can actually see them. Well, see them as much as there's no lighting, so the only light we have is the bridge. Okay, nothing there. Good. Oh, so as it explained, we have the maintenance bridge, access bridge 1 and 2, the primary bridge, the sector doors are open, but there are no lights. So for example, all of this is just off. And in the darkness, you can find all kinds of creatures, but you get a nice bridge. However, you cannot get over there. So you have to work with certain limitations. I know you there. No. No. Thank you for the redeems. Let me actually take a sip. And stretch. That was nice. So in this case, well, we are not going to use this. So in this case, we don't have to worry about all this wonderful machinery. We have a clear route from point A to point B. That would have been dangerous. You know, it was dangerous like this too. I'm not sure how I am alive, but I am. There is a slight chance that I will get murdered here. It's not good. Yeah. Yeah. Not surprised there. I was a bit Reckless Spooder monster. Oh, there will be plenty of this.
Service bridges is safer, but the lighting systems are fried. Make your choice.
Thank you for the alert. So let's try to be a bit more safer. Haha, shot you in the dick. Ow. So let's try to kill these pesky imps a bit more reliably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost. Good enough. Thank you. Maybe next time it will be even better. Alright, open up. I'm stuck on the scooters. I was wondering what the heck am I stuck on, and then I realized, oh, the spiders, obviously. Okay, anything in here? Another thing, wonderful, let's go. Come on. Thank you. What? You're late? Don't have all day. There's a third one? Not sure. Apparently there is. Okay, so here's my new idea. That worked surprisingly decently. Ow! Ow! And normally I would say not to show your back to the enemy, but I needed to make some distance. Oh, 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 oh no. Ow! What the fuck are you made out of? I wanted to use the grenade, but you never know when they decide to run up on you. Oh, look at that! The guy just went flying. I know there's another one. I know there's another one. I absolutely am sure. I'm not? Okay. Okay. Told you there is another one. Just remember the wrong side of the shelf. So here you can see this entire processing line, and we will be able to traverse much of this, which is lovely. The running is still really annoying for me, but I'll get used to it with time. Not much here. There is something here. Let's see what. This place is unbelievable. Let's check left and right, because we don't want something to bite our butt, as I said. You know, every vent is a possible place for a spider to crawl out of. Yep, as I said. And actually that's one of the reasons why I always reload in games, because it's really, really nasty when you are just going on about your day. You have 3 bullets in your magazine and something appears out of nowhere. Hello. Oh, over there? Okay. What's here? I'm all ears. Over here. Oh my goodness. Is that a plasma gun? I mean, I already have it, but... Okay. We can play. Oh, an ambush! Such a shame I have a plasma gun, right? Oh, that sound as I reload! Lovely. Learn to die, imp. So yeah, with the plasma gun, everything is kind of easier. Oh yes, we got some adrenaline here in case, you know, you need it, health. Some cells, because we wouldn't want to run dry. Terrible ambush that was. I love it how the demons are like, I don't care. Wow, what a move. But the zombies, they always get ever so annoying. Now be really careful here not to get pushed down, you know, that would be annoying. Alright, what's here? That's not how that spider should appear, let me tell you. Some of the animations or spawns are broken, not sure why. But that's okay. Come on. Anyone else? No? Wonderful. I'm pretty sure this is not 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, let's time. What? It's time to check our emails. Oh, here it is. We are unable to process your door code request because you included a 0 in the number sequence. Ooh. And as you should have known, 0 is not a valid number on door codes. Because of the importance of your request, we've decided to take it upon ourselves and replace the 0 with a 3. Please advise if this causes a problem, that this is an email to Mr. Abrams. But there are zeros on storage lockers, so this is not what we are looking for. Let me see. The tools in storage cabinet 064 were missing again today. I'm going to change the combination to 651 this afternoon. 651. I'm so happy I'm jumping about. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And here we are. In a room with more spiders than you can imagine. Now, some would say, if you have a spider infestation, kill it with fire. I say, kill it with grenades. Uh-oh. Aha! That's how you do it. There! Get grenades! All of you! There's no such thing as not enough grenades to deal with a spider infestation. I can still hear you. Ow. Who cares about a few burn marks when it's you versus the arachnids? Huh. They even included some medkits for me. Why do I feel like there will be an enemy there? Hold it. Haha. Haha. You have nothing on me. Nothing. I always found it annoying that I picked up these, but at this point I don't really care. A bit of adrenaline always helps. Oh shit! I wasn't ready for you! Forgot about you, buddy. But this... There will be an enemy here. This is the ending of this level. So we went through the level with one playthrough style. Now I will show you the second. And let me tell you, that's an adventure. That's not where I wanted to start it. Let's start from the real beginning, so I can show you everything. So this, we already know, nothing to worry about here. This is good, actually. Let me get that one health.
Hey you! Can you help me?
Of course I can, don't you worry. Yes, yes. Now he will be here right away. Because he is a quick guy.
When the power went out.
Yes, yes, I know.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand why none of the systems are responding.
Maybe it's the hell infestation, but you know. Maybe just
I might be able to get a connection.
Just miss you somehow. So let's go, and this time let's try not to blow ourselves up, because you know it's unhealthy. Spiders, where are you? Oh, you hear that lovely sound? Oh, they're hungry little mouths as they growl for fresh meat. That's it. Also, a moment. The annoying zombies are being annoying. You done? Okay. So, if you ever get to inspect a body wrapped in spiderweb, there is a really easy way to decide if it's fresh or it's not, because you don't want to get screwed over by some shady character. If you shoot them and they bleed, it's fresh. And that was Tips with Dreadist. Thank you for joining. Well, let's go kill some pesky Zasek zombies. As you can see, the shotgunner actually runs up to us because he's more equipped for close combat fights, while the machine gunner stays in the back and providing covering fire. And the guy with the pistol, I don't know. He's just kind of here. So let's save, because we want to save here. And this time, let me show you one of my favorite creepy moments in a game. that, my dear viewers, that is horror at its best. And I love it. And actually we got a few gifts for finding this place. Unfortunately, once again the graphics are a bit bugged, because normally the bloodstained footprints should stay, but in this case they disappeared, so I had to kind of guess where they would appear. EFR!
Marine, base schematics show all passages.
Yes, I understand, Surgeon
Your area blocked.
Kelly, I understand.
By traversing the EFR, mechanical subsystem with 2 possible routes.
Now,
activating the system will get
let's
you a
try this again.
It's dangerous. Extending
Can
the
we do it?
service bridges is safer, but
6 imps. Shut up, Kelly.
Good luck.
6 imps. 6 shots. Can we do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how you play Doom 3. Oh yeah. Now, let's jump back into our normally scheduled programming and activate the EFR. Now, normally if you play this game, maybe you activate the EFR and halfway you're like, you know what? Let's load this back and let's just play with the service bridge. You know, that sounds more manageable. Because you see, it is true that the service bridge doesn't include the lighting, but at least you know that there is an actual bridge you can walk on. With the EFR, there is no bridge. And so, you can see everything. Gorgeous! Everything is lit up. There are actually less enemies as well, because, you know, evil lurks in the dark. But, with this, oh boy, you will be parkouring a lot. So let's try to not break our necks. You can see, this doesn't even open, which is lovely. But you can also see that there is no bridge. There is this really fascinating contraption. And don't ask me how people actually worked here, because I cannot imagine. Whoops! But we can make it there this time. It's lovely that you had to jump there, but not here. And... what? Having a moment here. Anything else? It's a tiny little room, really. We can't fit in here. Okay. So that's closed. And I have a feeling I have to do this. System EFR processing. EFR system startup procedure initiated from station 1. Oh, hey, go to on jail. How are you? Oh, you have a new badge, I see. Welcome, Nekio. Thank you for the raid. Everyone just showing up all at once. How are you? Thank you so much for the raid, Nekio, and welcome all of you wonderful raiders. What were you playing? Let me ask. Save. Good idea. Let's save. There's a Berseria. Thank you for the follow. Moonlight Avenue Mashups. YT. Thank you so much. Welcome, raiders. I am the Dreadist, a monster researching horror, and right now having a wonderful time in the twisted world of Doom 3. Oh, you were committing crimes. Yes, the usual in that game. What are you up to? I'm showing my wonderful viewers one of the most interesting levels of Doom 3, and that's not an over-exaggeration this time, because you see in this game you get 2 choices. You can make choices 2 times really in the game, or maybe 3 if you count a short one, but they not necessarily affect the outcome of the game. However, this one, it changes one level entirely, because even though you will go through the same level, your route will be really different, and I already shown the standard simple ways, but we will see. Exactly why it was retconned? What do you mean? I might not get the reference there, so let's start this up. And also, back up your files! I still don't know why we're doing this, but we will. Thank you for the hydrate! So, normally, and the posture check, the full package, thank you. So normally you see, you activate the system right there. Thank you for the daily check-in. Let me... So normally you get an actual physical bridge to go across, but you don't get lights, so you are in the dark more, and that is cause for concern, because in the dark you get all kinds of demons. Let me see, they're gonna get goatee and stuff. Thank you very much once again for the raid. Have a wonderful time and get a really nice tea. So in this version of this level, you have to get through the level by jumping through machinery, and that is quite a challenge. Okay, maybe the choices weren't the reason, but Doom 3 isn't canon, plain and simple. I can understand why, since this is pretty much a remake or reimagining of the original. So it wouldn't really make sense that the same thing happens twice. That I can understand. Now you might remember we got some spiders here last time, but not now. I heard that. Show your face. Come on. I see you there. They are so persistently shooting the wall. Almost feel bad for them. Almost. You little shit. Okay, got one. Ow, ow, ow. Thank you for the daily check-in. I really don't want to get shot in the face with a shotgun. Wonderful. So, little maggot here. So we were here last time, however, this door was opened. Not this time around. This time around, this is closed. So you might be asking, well, where do we go then? And you will not like this answer. You see, these platforms, we will be using those. What are quote points, by the way? So I just made that new redeem and the system for it. The idea is that every now and then I like to use quotes and reference things, and if you notice one of these and know where it is from, you get a quote point, and if you gather enough, you will get some rewards. Since it's still in kind of a test run, I don't have the rewards set up, but that's the idea. The user is clever, not gonna lie. So, define enough. Honestly, I don't know how many that would be. I had an idea that if you gather enough, you get VIP status, or you get a month of subscription. But because I don't have a set amount of quotes I say during one stream, I cannot quite gauge yet how much would be a reasonable number. But it's just a fun way to interact with the chat, and maybe I will make a leaderboard. So you can jump in here, because who wouldn't try to do something like that? Insanity at its best. I remember I learned about these when I was playing the multiplayer co-op mode of Doom 3, and I saw other people do it, and I was absolutely amazed that you can do such a thing. So this is the door that is closed. This is where we would normally go through, but instead we have this place now. Oh no, that's no good. Yes, so don't fall down. I thought if I jump, I would stand up. Apparently, no. But hey, that happens. I'm still not exactly used to the controls on a controller, I will be honest. All of this is much easier for me. Skill issue redeem when? I could absolutely add a skill issue redeem. I would need to make it pretty cheap. I think, because it would come up a lot. However, I was thinking about a getting lost command, so people could point out when I get lost. Alright, so this is the door, and this is where we are going. What? I missed the door. Oh goodness. Oh, that's so nice. That's nice emoticon, thank you. Oh. So most of my troubles in this game with this version of it, because I'm playing on PlayStation, is the fact that the running is not keep pressing a button, but it's a toggle. So you have to press the left analog stick in, so the R, not that would be the L3, and you will be running from that point on. And normally what I do on PC is I walk and then I run when I need to, so I don't run out of stamina. But in this version it's a bit difficult to manage all that. But we got it! We got it! Yay! I mean, there's nothing here that I can pick up, but we got it. And now here comes the craziest part, the craziest trick of this game. It's so crazy that I will save. Absolutely, no questions asked. Because this will take a few tries, let me tell you. So normally, you see there is this machine, and what you have to do is go to this corner, I do believe, and crouch down, go underneath it, and you're good to go. Are you winning, son? Somewhat. Somewhat. Welcome, Timothy. How are you doing? To those who don't know, Timbatir is a fellow VTuber. Let me give you a shout out. I'm not bad, how about yourself? I'm great, I'm playing one of my favorite games of all time, Doom 3. And you just arrived at the perfect moment so I can show you the most insane trick in this game that I learned back in around 2010. This game had a co-op mode. It was completely fan-made, and I do believe it allowed up to 4-player co-op. And what I did, I was just playing a multiplayer all the time, no communication, no chat, no nothing, just do what you need to. And I learned so much of this game just by watching others. And I remember some of the secrets when I first saw someone do it. I was just amazed, like, how did anyone figure this out? And this is insanity. And some of the times it was really like, what is this person doing? They are going to kill themselves. And then I realized, wait, that's a secret. Oh, I want to do that. Fans make some of the coolest stuff for the games they love. Absolutely. It's fascinating. It's fascinating how much they made. So in this case, normally you want to jump over, but not us. We want to jump somehow on the machine. Now I will be honest, I do not remember the exact way to do it. It's been so long ago, but I will try my best to figure it out. So what you want to do is jump here and go with the machine. And here's the secret. You have to jump into the machine to find this secret. And that is brilliant. Whoever put this here is a genius. And then you have to do the same thing back. And it's not easy. Because as you can see, sometimes you are in the wrong position. So, because I'm in the wrong position, I can't get there. So what I have to do is I go back, wait on this, and then try again. Because obviously, it's rotating, it's a cyclical thing. So you just have to align things perfectly. And also, try not to get pushed down by something. And there we are. Don't ask me how I did that, I do not know. But this is the craziest secret in Doom 3 that I know of. And this is the ending of our little journey on this. And we can save, because I am not doing that again. Cool, it's lovely. Oh, hello Seth. And I know there are people who love all sorts of games. And every time when I hear someone really passionately talk about the game that they really like, I always remember how much I love this game. Do it again, I didn't see. Well, you can check the VOD on Twitch for 7 days, and after that, if you miss something, you can go on my YouTube channel and you can watch the VODs there indefinitely. Isn't that great? And that's how you plug your own channel. That's not the same. Do you really want me to do it again? Because I will. I'm crazy enough. Absolutely. Absolutely crazy enough. I did it a few times in my time, so I can if you really want to see it. I'm willing to do that. What you say? No, I just wanted to annoy. Okay. In this game, really there's not one thing that I wouldn't do twice if it's needed. I played it, so what I said, I played through this game 10 times, but that only includes the solo playthroughs. So how the multiplayer worked, you had servers running, right? And there were a few kind of checkpoint maps where the server kind of stopped or started, and then you just joined in, and even alone you could go through a map or two, and then you exit, and then someone comes and plays that map. So because of that, there are maps that I played a lot in multiplayer. There are ones that maybe I never played with others in co-op, but I don't count those because those are not full playthroughs. If I count those, I maybe played through this game 20 times or more. Initiate magnetic field discharge. Yeah, it's a really cool thing. It's a zappy thing. And we have to go through it, because obviously we have to go through it. So the thing here that you have to be careful about is not to get zapped. Now I'm not sure if the actual people who worked here had to traverse their workplace like this, but I do feel like this is an OSHA violation for sure. So you have to wait on this to rotate, and then that to rotate, and then jump and not mess it up. We love zappy things, they make us feel alive, that's right. I mean, every thought really is an electric charge in the brain. The heart works the same way. Without electricity, you're not thinking and you're not alive. Oh, that's a deep dark pit. But we have this storage area, and look at that, how cool is that? Interestingly, nothing attacked me. I kind of expected an imp. But hey, we're back with our lovely platform. So let's continue. I guess normally the idea with these platforms would be like a conveyor belt with packages. So this is how it feels like to be a package in a post office. It's terrifying. It's really important to not get your head, you know, just punched off. And this is actually the place where we normally ended up, however, from there. But I will show you in a moment. I think someone is coming here. Ow! Who was that? I know you are here. Come on. Come on, get out. Get out. Told you. Oh, I heard that. I heard that. Oh, no. Come here. I have a barrel with your name on it. Kind of worked. Now, because I have some viewers here, I can ask you a great question. You see, in the ending of this level, there is a boss. A lady. One of the rare ladies in Doom. There are not many female characters. And I have to tell you, I absolutely love this lady. That is actually Campbell and Swan against the spiders. I mean, it's not difficult to survive that with a BFG. So, I will have to fight this lady, unfortunately. And here's the question. What weapon should I use? Let me kill this imp. Ow. Yeah, I can't turn as quickly as I want. Compared to PC, you know? Alright, let's fall down, because obviously that will keep us from going back or something. Get the health. Get this, get everything. This is closed, so here we are, one way out. And this is a nice detail, even the Z-Sec zombies are dead. Because this is the domain of the queen of the spiders. Indeed. So here's the question. What weapon should I try to kill her with? You can decide. I will try to make a poll about this, because why not? Let me check. Spiders, indeed spiders. What weapon should I fight the boss with? Now I wrote the name of this boss a million times. New raid, Alior, welcome! That will be my cue to do a little lurking. No spiders for me, I understand. Again, I said this during one of the episodes, one of the levels. If you don't like spiders, if you have arachnophobia, you might want to miss this. Welcome, Elliot. Thank you so much for the raid. You played Repo. How was that? I would love to hear about that. Welcome in, raiders. I was actually asked by someone to play Repo, but I don't know what it's like, so I would love to hear about it. Lots of chaos. Oh, okay. That's great, I guess. So, this lovely enemy that we are going to face here is quite the fight. But while I'm setting up this this poll, let me say my my usual raid message. Thank you so much for the raid. If you need to raid and run, don't worry about it. Please take care of yourself. But if you decide to stay, please take a seat and enjoy the show, because we are going to have quite a show here in a moment. Now, this enemy is called Wagari. At least that's how I always said her name. She's the first real boss of the game. Now, some will say that it's not really a boss because she will return as kind of a base enemy later on, but at this moment I would say that she is quite a boss. It's a lot like Lethal Company. I also heard about Lethal Company, but once again, my trouble with these multiplayer horror games, I never really had anyone to play them with, so I know about them. I'm aware that they are popular, but I never really played them. So let's see, what shall I use? I have a shotgun, my trusty old shotgun. I have my submachine gun, I have the chain gun, and I have the plasma gun. Yes, this beauty. Now normally you want to use a gun that is automatic. I'm not sure if I ever tried on this difficulty to kill Wagari with a shotgun. Could be done, I guess. But normally you want something that can keep her occupied. So, because apparently no one voted on the poll, I will go with the plasma gun to make it more, you know, theatrical. Welcome. Queen of Spiders, Wagari. Now why this is a dangerous fight? Not necessarily because she can really hit you hard, but because she has telekinesis. And you can see all these things flying about are product of that. But that was a sticky situation, and indeed I used the chain gun as Neki asked. So this is the first boss fight. It's not as insane if you know what you're doing. This was her little home here. She's a unique enemy in multiple ways. One is the telepathic ability. I think that is quite unique to her. The second thing, she is the only female enemy in this game as far as I know, and one of the rare female characters in Doom overall, even in the new Doom games. And you can see there are these hellish, prickly things that really hurt when it's thrown into your face. And I think there was actually a kind of vent cover flying about here as well. Maybe this one, and that hurt a lot. Also, if you want to check out the decorations here, it's quite lovely. We have some hanging bodies, you know, tomorrow's lunch, or maybe it's today's dinner, who knows? So this is the first boss fight, and the trick is you have to go all in. You have to keep moving and you have to deal as much damage as you possibly can. No, the chain gun is really good for that. The plasma is possibly even stronger. The shotgun and anything that is slower is not exactly what you want. I will be insane enough and try it with the shotgun now. I saved, so I will continue this, but I will try it just to show you what happens if you do it in a way that is not really intended. Because the first time around, when you really don't know what is going on, this boss fight can be really tricky. But while I'm doing this, one lovely detail, if you look at the back of her body, there is a kind of face there, right here. Do you see? It's like a child's face. And even though it's never explained, we hear that line on that creepy corridor where a female voice tells us that they took her child. And I always believed, and I'm sure I'm not alone with this, that Wagari is that mother. So even though, yes, she is no boss and a monster, she has quite a sad tale. I will try a few times because, as I said, this is tricky. This is really tricky. On PC, I would be once again more confident in my abilities. You can skip. Wow, good to know. I thought I could. I'm so used to skipping cutscenes, but I mean, I don't say no to seeing a nice pair of boobs. And she is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that face. Ow. Right into your arms. Oh, I like that. Okay, I maybe not so like that. Did you hit yourself? Did I see that correctly? Did you really just hit yourself? Of course you'd say that. Of course I do. I mean, look at her. She is absolutely gorgeous. If you say no, then your taste is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. But then again, I'm a monster. What is the color of her eye? Ah, good question. I would say black, but she actually has more than one pair of eyes. I do believe she actually has 8 of them. I'm not exactly sure. I could deal enough damage with the shotgun. I will try one more time. I could do that. The trouble is that every time you miss and every hit that you get is really affecting whatever you're doing. Because if you miss, you get hit. And you cannot necessarily avoid all of the projectiles, because some of them are actually coming from behind you. So I wouldn't say that it's impossible. I don't think it is impossible. But as I said, the trick with this boss fight is that you want to be quick. You don't want to spend a lot of time with her. That sounded so bad. Ow. And you actually don't have any medkits in here. So, possible, I guess. Maybe I would try. But for now, I don't think it's what people want to see. And with that, we got to the ending of the Alpha Labs. We actually played through 5 maps today, the administration, the entrance to the Alpha Labs, and then Alpha Labs 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this is the last one. And this is actually the end of this little spider part as well. We will meet with some of the spiders, but these lovely spider webs and cobwebs are quite scarce later on. And we are following Swan and Campbell, and obviously the Bravo team as our mission states. So let's go. Let's see the Empro plant.
Bravo team, entry secure. Move in and take positions. Quiet. Did you hear that? This is Lee. Give me status. Always clear. There's nothing here, Sam. What the hell? Son of a bitch! Lead, I'm swinging around left. No!
As you might assume, that's not a good thing.
Offline. Main reactor operation temperature exceeding safe levels.
Marine, Bravo team is down. Their operational status is unknown. They were carrying a military transmission card. It's vital you retrieve that card, as it contains encoded data needed to send the distress signal to the fleet. They're the last hope to get reinforcements. Find that card and find it fast.
So, here we are in the Empro plant, and that little cutscene showed the end of most of Bravo team. Now, as Sergeant Kelly explains, they were carrying a card full of information that is needed to send the message back to Earth so they can ask for reinforcement. So our job now is not to catch up to Bravo team, but to find the remains of them and find that card. But that will be next time, because now we are saving right here and taking a look at what we were able to do today. Because indeed we got at least one trophy. Once again, quite a fun little trophy that was. I'm curious where it is. But actually we got two of them. The first was to be or not to be. Kill the scientist trapped next to the reactor control room in Doom 3. Because I showed you Joe, and look at Joe dancing! That's a brilliant image, I love it. And the other one was the sticky situation. Defeat the Vagari boss in Doom 3. And there it is. We defeated with only 2 bullets left in the magazine. And this is actually the most common trophy in the game. That's quite amazing. So far we have 3 bronze trophies, and that is brilliant because we only had 1, so we pretty much tripled our trophy count. And with that, we finished our adventure on the Mars for today. I will be back next week with some more lovely things to explore. I don't exactly know what. I will have to make some sort of a schedule once again. But who knows what the future will bring. However, until that, I would like to say thanks to all you wonderful people for watching me. Thank you to Nekio and Elior for the raid. Thank you Moonlight for the follow, and everyone who joined and used some of the redeems and were curious about all the new things that I'm trying to incorporate into my streams. I hope it was fun, and maybe you learned about a side of Doom 3 that many people never get to see. Partially because most people say that it's not such a good game, and partially because it's so fucking dark, it's difficult to see anything. Yes, I'm able to make bad jokes about my favorite game as well. So let's see, who can we raid today? Because we always want to raid someone. Well, we have a few options. I think I will raid Adrian. I haven't raided Adrian in a long time, and he is playing Zenless Zone Zero, a kind of game, a kind of gacha game that I will probably never play, but that's why I like to raid others, because I get to learn about other kinds of games and show my wonderful viewers some of them as well. So, thank you so much for joining me today. If you are curious about my schedule, updates, and all those kinds of things, don't forget to follow me on social media, mostly Blue Sky, because that's what I'm using these days. Thank you for the stream. Thank you so much, Team Batir, for joining. I know you have a packed schedule as well, and I'm always happy when I get to catch your streams, and it's so nice to see you here as well. I really just found so many wonderful people in this community. I am really happy, and I'm planning on just continuing my journey and playing all these games, and who knows what will happen. After all, look at Doom. It was just one game and it defined a genre. And then Doom 2 everyone loved, and then Doom 3 they tried something different. It became a unique game, but most didn't like it. And then another 10 years and you got Doom 2016, another blockbuster, and then Eternal, and now we will get new Dark Ages. Yes, the new game Dark Ages. Thank you for the stream, thank you for joining, and that is a really cute emoticon. Have a great day, and as always, good night.